Been meaning to do a video for YouTube for a while, but I've been too busy making outro music to do it. What I wanted to talk about today was AI in music, or more accurately, why I am not worried about AI in music. So a week ago, I played a gig in Sydney at a place called Lazy Thinking, and I played with a load of other experimental electronic musicians, and there was some cool people there playing, some cool people there watching, and the venue's cool, and nothing that night could have been created by AI. And there's there's a theory that says that rock and roll saved jazz and allowed jazz to go forwards and be the experimental form that we see now. And there's another thought that thinks the rise of electronic music, be that hip hop or dance music or EDM, whatever it is now, saved rock and roll from having to be commercial. And now what I think we're going to see is that AI will save electronic music from having to be commercial. And why do I think this? Well, we all know that you can now on various of these streaming services, or not even streaming services, these AI music services, you can create a track that sounds like XYZ. You can remix tracks, you can do anything else. If you're a rights holder, you own all of Bob Dylan's back catalogue, which someone now does, you can put all that into AI and say, please write me a new Bob Dylan album. And if you're a Bob Dylan fan, you can listen to that music, either directly from whichever record label owns it, or from a top 40 or classics radio station that you listen to. The same thing if you need to create non-offensive middle-of-the-road music to play in bars and restaurants or on radio stations that need to sell advertising, then AI will always make the absolute middle of the bell curve. Because all AI is doing is taking everything that's ever been pumped into it and choosing the most likely version of what that is. And so, that being the case, that frees up the rest of us to truly be our artistic selves. If the mainstream media or the mainstream can be serviced by an algorithm that makes something that most people are okay with, then the rest of us can do whatever we want. The trick will be how we can find our people, our clan, our tribe, whatever you want to call it, and combine them together enough to be able to make these little scenes. That I am worried about, because we live in an age that is truly the cult of me. We all have one of these things that I'm filming on right now that enables us to completely curate our experience of the world. And technology in music can help us make music that absolutely only we want to hear. The trick is how we can impart value on the music that we create in the same way that there is some value still left in painting, in some writing, etc., and how we can still promote that. For that is all I'm casting out tonight. How do we, as creators, and I mean musical creators, not creators of YouTube videos, how do we make sure that our art is accessible and spread to the world? That I am concerned about.